He amassed a huge collection of highly dangerous weapons. A Royal Marine reservist has been sentenced to 14.5 years in jail after stealing firearms and explosives from a military base in Dorset. Martin Shannon from Hythe near Southampton stole the weapons over 4 years, then attempted to make thousands of pounds from them on the black market. He was caught in a covert sting operation by the National Crime Agency. Our Home Affairs correspondent Emma Vardy reports.
Okay, team, stay red, stay red.
This was the moment outside a supermarket near Winchester that officers apprehended Martin Shannon.
Right.
The 43-year-old Royal Marines reservist was known to have stolen a haul of weapons and explosives and had been attempting to supply them on the black market.
One detain.
Among the items Martin Shannon had stolen was an automatic assault rifle and a semi-automatic handgun, both weapons used by the Special Forces. He'd also taken 1,400 rounds of ammunition, along with hand grenades and plastic explosives. Upon his arrest, Shannon admitted stealing from the Royal Marines base in Poole over 4 years. In August, Martin Shannon met an undercover officer from the National Crime Agency who was posing as a potential buyer. During their meeting in a pub car park near Newbury, Martin Shannon rented out 2 of the weapons, as well as selling the officer explosives and ammunition in exchange for £10,000 cash. Martin Shannon later told officers that he'd been hoarding the stolen guns and ammunition in watertight containers buried in the New Forest. And after a search by specialist officers, they recovered another gun, this time a sawn-off shotgun, along with ammunition from his 3 hiding places in the woods. Officers also recovered more ammunition and explosives from his home in Hythe. The case has raised questions over how often weapons belonging to the armed forces may end up in the hands of criminals.
Lots of different supply lines for criminals. One is abuse of legitimate supply and firearms dealers. The NCA and forces do a lot of operations to make sure that we tackle all of the different areas of supply. This is relatively infrequent, but it is recognised there's a vulnerability there. So we're working with the MOD currently to actually look at whether there's more we can do.
Shannon, who pleaded guilty to 15 offences, described himself as a broken man who was suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder after serving in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Let's talk further to Emma now. What's the Ministry of Defence said?
Well, back in 2012, the disappearance of 2 of these guns was noticed, and the MOD launched an investigation then, but failed to locate them, despite Martin Shannon being questioned at the time. Now, the MOD told us it takes the security of weaponry very seriously and has procedures to prevent thefts from its bases, but the MOD has not commented on just how Shannon was able to amass this huge hoard of dangerous weapons over several years.
Emma, thanks.